When your leg cracked open, what did it feel like? When your leg cracked open, what
My
did it
leg
feel
cracked
like?
open?
Yeah, what did it feel like?
You mean when I smashed my kneecap?
Yeah, that's basically.
It hurt. It hurt a lot first, but then I couldn't feel anything until hours later when I was in the emergency room waiting to get checked at.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel during these tough times?
The COVID-19 times?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fortunate to have my family with me and my job and our house and everyone we know are all good and healthy. And I would like things to return back to what they used to be so that we can go out and do more things together.
Okay, when all of this is over, what would you like to do?
I would like to go to the pub with my family and have a good dinner and a good beer.
Okay. Name top 10 foods you've ever eaten and explain how they were good.
Ribs,
Mm-hmm.
because they are nice and sticky and juicy and spicy and just yummy.
Mm-hmm.
10, that's a lot. Chicken wings,
Mm-hmm.
so I just have them.
Mm-hmm. Why?
They taste good. They make me happy.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of super favorite types of food. I kind of like most food.
Okay, then name 5.
Don't know. I have the ribs and I have chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
I have a really good piece of meat, a nice barbecued steak, or some smoked brisket, or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
paired with a nice IPA.
Yeah, okay. How many houses have you lived in and explain what they were like?
How many houses?
Uh-huh.
Well, this house that we live in now is the first house that I lived in by myself as an adult. Before that, I lived in an apartment since I was 19 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We're in different apartments.
Can you explain
First,
them?
Can I explain the apartments and houses? Do you want me to start from now or start from before?
When you were
when I moved to the first house that I lived in was the house that I grew up in, which was a row house in Sweden. And we moved there when I think I was 1 when we moved there. Before we lived in an apartment as well, but I can't remember that. In that house, there were a lot of kids in my age and my brother's age that were our neighbors. So we always had lots of kids to play with, lots of friends. Could just go outside, and there were always some of your friends out there. We played with whatever. We always used summer or winter, rain or sunshine. We always used to be outside and play all the time. And I lived there until I moved to Gothenburg to study at the university it was the year when I turned 20. And first I lived in a student room there. It was a 12 square meter room, and then I shared a washroom and kitchen with 2 other students. lived there for 3 years. It was good, but it was good, and the rent was cheap, but it was kind of tiny. After that, I was out traveling for a year in the world. So I just lived in hotels and motels and tents. Then I got back to Gothenburg, and I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. That's where I met. I lived there when I met Mama. And I just lived there for a little while, and then I moved in with a friend in an apartment. We each had a bedroom, my friend and I, 2-bedroom apartment and living room and a kitchen. And I lived with him for about a year and a half maybe. And then I moved in an apartment with Mama. That was a little bit outside of the city center. It's a rental apartment. And it was an okay apartment, nothing special. And after we had lived there for 3 years, we bought a condo in a beautiful building. It was built in the early 1900s. And we lived there for 3 years, and we lived in that apartment when you were born. And it was on the 5th floor with no stairs. And from when you were, I think, even less than a year, you started walking up the stairs, and you didn't want anyone to carry you. You wanted to just walk up and down by yourself. And then when Mama was pregnant with Poppy, we decided that we can't really stay here forever on the 5th floor with no elevator and in a 1-bedroom apartment. So then we sold that, and then we bought another condo that was maybe not as nice and had character, but it had 3 bedrooms. It was a lot bigger, and it was more convenient for us as a family. And after that, we decided to move to Canada. So we bought this house that we live in right now.
Thank you that I ate the